I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It's just wonderful to be with you again on the program. You know, it's amazing. They talk about the gospel as being the upside down story. You know, the San people, the Khoisan, the people that they say were the original inhabitants of Africa, they talk about the baobab tree as being the upside down tree. Because when all the leaves fall off, it looks like the roots are sticking up in the air. And the tree is underground. The gospel sometimes is referred to the upside down gospel. Because in the world, it says you must go for it, take whatever you can, do whatever you have to do, walk on whoever you have to walk on to get to the top of the tree. Jesus says, no. You know, I went to a board meeting once, some Christian men. It was a very, very highly charged industrial meeting. They asked me to come along with some other Christian leaders, and it was a long table in this boardroom. And I remembered what Jesus said, and so when I walked in, I went and sat right down the bottom of the table. But there were some other men who were obviously trying to climb the ladder, and they sat at the top of the table as close as they could to the chairman who had invited us. I was quite happy sitting down there until one of the young men walked up to me in a beautiful suit, and he said, "Sir, you're sitting in the wrong place. Can you come and sit at the top of the table next to the chairman? He wants you right next to him." And then, unfortunately, he had to come to the man who was sitting there and saying, "Sir, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong place. You've got to go and sit at the bottom of the table." That man was greatly embarrassed. We need to understand with the Lord, He says the least shall be the greatest, and the greatest shall be the least. Jesus, the Son of God, washed His disciples' dirty feet, didn't He? That's right. He showed them how it is going to be in heaven. The sons of thunder, that's right, Zebedee's sons. Their mother came to Jesus and said, "When we go to heaven, I want one of my sons to sit on the right hand of you, and the other son," this is James and John, "to sit on the left-hand side." Jesus said, "I can't promise you that. Only my Father can do that. But can they drink of the cup? Not the cup of prosperity, the cup of suffering." But you know, folks, when the other 10 disciples heard about that, they were so angry. We need to humble ourselves if we want to be used of God. Go with me in the book of Matthew chapter 20, and I'm going to read from verse 25. Matthew chapter 20, from verse 25. "And then Jesus called them to Himself, and He said, 'You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who are great exercise authority over them.' Verse 26, 'Yet it shall not be so among you. But whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. And whoever desires to be first among you, let him be your slave.' And verse 28, 'Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give His life a ransom for man.'" The kingdom of God works in the opposite way. If you want to be the greatest, you've got to be the least. Do you know the term minister? Some people say, "Look out, here comes the minister." Well, the word minister actually means servant. So why do we stand with fear and trembling when we see the minister walk in? He is the servant of you and me. He is a representative of God. It's a great honor, but there's nothing amazing about Him. He is simply a man who surrendered his life so that he can serve and wash feet of his congregation. Treat him with love and respect, but don't be afraid of him. Until the next time, goodbye.